didn't have Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, you didn't?
I was at my shop decorating for Christmas. I do that every
I was
year.
gonna say, that's right, I know you.
That way I don't get interrupted or disturbed, or I can get it done.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we're gonna jump right down to old business, ATV, UTV road access. We've been talking this over, and without an ATV club and just not a lot of interest, and it seems like probably be more headaches right now, I personally feel it'd be best to move on from this till a later date.
Okay.
Is that?
Or at least until one of them comes with a
Right.
proposal.
Well, that's what I was thinking, that
Yeah.
we actually have an ATV club to bring it back and talk to us about.
Mhm.
So, I'd like to make a motion that we, I don't know,
Postpone.
yeah, postpone indefinite, no, not indefinitely. Forego the ATV access route until a later date.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? On new business, we have sewer foreclosures.
So I'm gonna ask Tammy to just kind of give a quick snapshot for you of how we got to this point.
So Alex is actually the one that started it. These rounds at where we're at right now. He started in February of 2023 and sent out 30-day notices. That's why I explained it sounds nicer than notice and demands. Giving people 30-day notice to let them know that you have this amount to pay, and then the lien process is going to start. So in May of 2023, that's when he did the liens on these particular places. In October of 2024, I sent out a notice of automatic foreclosure, letting them know that we're coming up. We have 45 to 30 days to send those out before the automatic foreclosure. And I think I sent them out like on day 36 to be exact. And I specified that in the note. I also put in that automatic foreclosure, I should have grabbed one, I highlighted, which is something that you don't typically do, but I highlighted because at the top it says, it has wording, I don't remember exactly what it is, but then I had added that all past due amounts must be paid prior to the lien. So any past due amount that's still sitting there prior to the lien, that has to be paid before the lien can be, the automatic foreclosure can be taken care of. Is this typical? No, it's not, because we should be doing the 30-day notice, the lien, as it comes about, to do it, to keep everybody current and not having a backlog of money that they owe us. That wasn't the case, so I highlighted that in pink for it to really pop out and stick out to everybody. So December 2nd made the automatic foreclosure date, so it's a lengthy process. It takes a while to get here, and plenty of notices do go out. I will let you know that when a customer comes in, if we happen to recognize the name or see the account, we bring it to their attention in a very polite way, just as a reminder, just so that you're aware, so that they have as much notice as possible to where we're going. And unfortunately, this is where we're at today, and I think we have, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 20 that are on our automatic foreclosure list.
Correct. Yeah. So, and we started out with how many, 45 days of notice of automatic foreclosure in December, wasn't it 60 something?
No, that's my last one. I had more. On my automatic foreclosure, I think I had 35. on the automatic foreclosure, but prior to that, for the liens, when I came in, there was a lot that were there. I don't know the number because I'm not the one that started it, so I don't have that information for you, but I think we had 35 when I sent out the automatic foreclosure.
On this sheet where it's 28 and 30 Church Street, Trips Incorporated, Church and Parsonage, is that the Methodist Church
Correct.
or former Methodist Church?
Correct. Yeah, so one is the church, one is the parsonage. So, where these are sewer foreclosures, they're a little different than the real estate foreclosures. These, it's your discretion how you dispose of these. Unfortunately, there is no waiver process at this point, like I was thinking there may be. There is not because of the statutory language, and the date is here, and so they have lapsed all into town possession. You do have a choice where they are sewer foreclosures. If it had been real estate, you know, there is no choice anymore. You have to contact with a broker and have it listed, which, you know, is clearly spelled out in our disposition policy. With these, you have a choice. You can work with the person and have a repurchase agreement drafted up for them, so they can retain the property, but it's pretty stringent, and it's actually going to involve quite a bit of legwork on the part of office staff. We have to set up a payment arrangement. If they default, they have to make a monthly payment. It's very, very well spelled out, and I gave you documentation on that I think you probably need to digest for a little while. Yeah, so if they default, they still have another 35 days to do that, and there's, you know, extra filings with the registry, and, you know, you have to record the contract because it's a legal binding document that, these people are agreeing to pay what they owe in arrears. So, and the timeline for that is, you know, you dictate, you know, how long you're willing to give them to pay it back, whether it's a year or, you know, 6 months or 3 months or what have you. So there's that option. You can put them up for sealed bid, or you can contract with a broker. Those are really the three options that you have to dispose of these 22 properties.
Now, a repurchase agreement, what, are they just gonna be purchasing it back for what they owe or for the value of the property?
What they owe, yeah, so it's what they owe. But if you do it for a year, you know, if you say, okay, so you have a year to pay the, you know, just pick a random number, you know, the $4,400. So we're gonna have to calculate what they will owe for interest, what they will owe for all the additional recording fees, as well as next year's assessments. The tricky part of this is there are, I believe, 10 of these properties that are also, Tammy has sent the notices of automatic foreclosure out for their real estate taxes as well. So we'll have to incorporate that in as well, because the real estate foreclosure process is basically null and void because we've already taken possession of it because of the sewer foreclosure. So they would have to pay all the sewer arrears, the fees, the cost, the interest, next year's assessment, as well as the real estate taxes, arrears, interests, costs, and next year's assessment, which we would have to obviously estimate.
Now, would there be a bill included for the amount of time you would have to put in, say if we did look at a repurchase agreement, would the town find a way to get compensated for that also within that per?
It's only 10%.
It's only 10, that's all you can charge?
Yeah, we're allowed to charge 10% of the value of what we put into it. So I guess my suggestion before you say, okay, let's, you know,
It would be nice to take some time to read through this.
I really would like to have a workshop with you folks,
Okay.
and the office staff, as, you know, the sewer clerk, the town clerk, and the treasurer, and just go through these one by one. We do know there is one of these on the list that they are currently working with a broker. interested in selling that property and moving to a different facility, so. So it's those little things that I think we need to kind of hash out before we make any blanket decisions.
Mhm. Now, can each one be handled on its own with as far as what decision we come to based on information once we go through this?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, correct.
I mean, do we know why they haven't paid their sewer taxes?
Not in all cases, no, we don't.
I mean, I understand about the former Methodist Church, it doesn't belong to anybody.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that one and actually the one directly underneath that is the burnt,
The
The
lot.
one down here on
the
Park
lot
Street.
down here on
Yeah.
Park Street. I think, it's pretty safe to say we can move forward with, doing something with those properties. I would like to actually clean up the debris down on Park Street. I'd like to file quitclaim deeds in the town's name on both of those properties. We don't have to technically because, like I said, by default, because the foreclosure has matured, the town owns it anyway, but just to, have that extra piece of paper, I think it would be good to do that, so. If you guys are willing to, make a motion and, vote on that tonight, we can move forward with that. With those two parcels,
well, I mean, that's just dotting the i's and crossing the t's.
correct.
Yeah.
What kind of motion would that be?
To have me file a quitclaim deed in the town's name for those, actually three lots,
That's the last three.
Yeah.
correct.
Now, I did have one question. The total amount due, is that the sewer amount that is due?
That's just sewer,
Those are large numbers.
yes.
They are.
Okay. Yeah, I'd look forward to a workshop.
Yep.
So you would like to make a motion for the town manager to file a quitclaim deed on 28 Church Street, 30 Church Street, and 95 Park Street.
Correct.
I second.
All those in favor?
I do, yeah. Absolutely.
And then, are you just gonna let us know about the workshop? Do we need
Yeah, I think we need to do it sooner rather than later.
Good.
So,
Okay.
I mean, we could do it, next week, or we could do it, before the next meeting. It's only the 17th, so it's your call.
just for me, as long as it can be after 5, that way I can scoot over after work or something. I can usually work with that, just for me anyway, to be able to make it be easier.
We're open till
The
5:30.
12th is bad for me. That's it.
What was that, Tammy?
We're open till 5:30 anyways.
Well, that's what I
unless we
know,
close
you're
a half
all
hour
here
early,
anyway,
but,
so.
yeah.
Well, we talk a lot.
Really?
Well, some-
And sometimes we get stuff done, but not always.
always get stuff done.
So,
The 12th is the only day I'm not.
Okay.
so you're just gonna give us an idea of a date, and just let us know? We don't need to do anything other than that tonight, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, sounds like a plan then. So, select board and meeting schedule.
So if you folks recall, last year I had, you approved the year-long meeting schedule about this time last year. So this is the schedule for all the select board meetings for 2025. You will notice I did skip the meeting on election day in November. We can evaluate that at the time. If there's stuff that needs to be addressed, we can do it, or we can schedule a special meeting, or we can just let it wait till the 18th.
Now, do you need an approval of this today, or we just let us know?
Please.
Looks good to me. I'm good with it.
You good?
Well,
Like to-
my term expires in April, so.
Oh, how did I-
Only good
I've
for
already
you.
put up your
And
signs.
so does mine.
I've already
That's
made
right,
signs
yeah.
for you guys, so no need to. All right, I'd like to I make the motion to approve the 2025 select board meeting schedule.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? Thank you. Alright, warrants, abatements, deeds, quitclaim. Do we have any questions on any of those? Anything to bring up?
Well, I don't think I saw warrant number 32. Maybe I did. Gotta check my notes here.
That was actually a couple
Okay,
weeks
some of those,
ago.
Was it a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of those can be signed, yeah.
I don't have that noted.
Make the motion to approve payroll warrant number 47, the amount of $23,095.79. Number 48, in the amount of $27,908.09. The general fund warrant number 32, $87,809.84. Number 33, $43,47,222.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
I'll abstain because I don't have recollection of 32,
Okay.
but I did review the other three.
No abatements, no supplements. Board discussion? Other than to thank you guys for the Santa Claus over there, that was really adorable. It was nice to see all the kids out there. It really was something cool, so I know I enjoyed it for the short few minutes I was there.
You should have gone up and talked to Santa.
Yeah, well, I'm bigger than Santa, so I don't think he wants
He
me
doesn't
on his
bite.
lap. No? Well, I mean, what if I like that sort of thing?
Then you could have gone behind the tree. It was great. We had 95 kids.
Yeah, there was a bunch of them already out there when he was on the way in, so.
It was awesome.
95.
Cool,
It was
cool.
fun. It was cold, but it was fun.
Who made all the little bags with giveaways?
Doris.
Well, Sharon helped.
And Bill.
And Bill, yes, Bill helped.
We should recognize everyone who participated. That was a lot of work.
Indeed.
I represented the board.
With the bags that were left over, we donated to the church up here because they're having their big event this weekend.
Oh, good.
What event is?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Kids store.
Yes, at the kids' store.
Go around next year.
What
That's
is
this
going on
coming
in the church?
weekend.
Yes.
I need to talk to you afterwards.
In trouble.
I didn't know it was this weekend. And I hadn't been talking to Martina. I have a whole bunch of stuff
Yeah.
from the shop to go to that for the kids to be able to purchase.
That can easily happen.
Do we have any other board discussion? No? Why? We have any department reports for tonight? Nothing out that way?
Why are you hiding, you guys?
You don't have anything?
No, we just had a bunch of calls, had some pretty serious calls lately, and just wanted to thank you guys for everything you do for the town, and thanks for all the support, so.
I heard you guys on the radio.
Thanking you.
They're on Thursday. I heard
That was a
you-
mess.
I heard you guys talking back and forth.
Yeah, we
It
had,
sounded like
I think
it.
13 or 14 calls from 7 o'clock at night till midnight.
Did you really?
Oh,
Yeah.
like fires?
No, just trees down and power lines down and cars off the road and.
Wow.
I hear them every time they leave.
It was a long night and it was a Thanksgiving, so it was tough on a lot of the
It was
people
a
out there.
nasty storm.
Yeah, the roads are horrible everywhere, not just this town, no matter where you went.
Yeah.
A lot of people were without power,
Yeah.
so it was rough. Did a lot of calls that night in a short amount of time, so.
Yeah, they, actually Nate came to me tonight with, a couple more requests to spend the last of the ARPA funds. So because we have to have that committed by the end of this calendar year anyway, so hopefully we'll get the rest of that spent at the next meeting, so.
Okay, all right.
And just so you guys know, the cascade system that was purchased previously is all up and running. Fire tech came today and did their air quality test. So as soon as that comes back, that'll be in service, ready to go.
Awesome.
Cool.
So,
That'll be good to have that all, you won't have to worry
Yep.
about the equipment there.
now, the old one, what can we do with the old one while we're here? Can we
Sell it.
donate that to a smaller department? I know there's a bunch of small departments, it's not really worth anything.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to fire tech today,
Yeah,
with you guys' approval, I'd like to be able to donate that to a small department that don't have maybe 2 fires a year, so they won't use it as often as we would. So we use ours almost every month, that thing's running, filling air bottles, whether it's for training or whatever. Ours is running a lot, the one that we had. That's why we had to replace it, because it was the parts and stuff, the thing was so old, the parts and stuff were obsolete. But if we had it for like a small department that's way up north somewhere that doesn't use it as often, it may get somebody by for 4 or 5 years or whatever, that doesn't have to use it maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
so it has some usability function left in it.
It does, just not for us,
Right. Understood.
for a small department. So rather than just throw the thing away or have it sit in the station and have it get backed into a fire truck, so it's not worth anything. Theoretically, it's not worth anything right now, but there may be a small department that could use it and have it. There's a lot of small departments way up north and out on the coast and stuff that don't even have their own cascade system to fill their bottles, that would come pick it up and haul it away and be able to use it.
I would like to move that the board authorize the chief to donate the old Cascade system to a department that could use it.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you guys.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
All right.
So we do have one of our new members is taking the firefighter 1 and 2 class in Farmington right now.
Yeah.
So he's eager. He shows up to about every single call we have. He lives in Leeds,
Good.
so he's been showing up. We're still getting new members. I may have one of our old members coming back. I put tires on Rodney Lake's truck last week. And he asked, you guys wouldn't want to take an old retired guy back, would you? I said, of course we would. So,
Really?
yep. So since he's retired from the highway department, he gets bored sitting at home listening to the scanner, so he wants to come back and drive the truck and pump the truck, so absolutely, we're always looking for somebody that can drive,
Right. Yeah.
especially he's in town and he's around during the day, so.
Yeah, he definitely knows the area, so.
Yeah.
And he has a bit of experience
Yeah.
working around town, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so he asked me a couple weeks ago when he came to pick up his truck at my shop if we'd take him back on, we have a meeting the first Wednesday of the month,
Okay, you said you didn't have anything to say.
so,
Well,
okay,
good.
I'm done.
We have to get done by 7:30 because Wheel of Fortune is on.
Oh, it's that old people show.
It's
It's Becca that wants it.
Your portion starts at 7.
Oh, sorry, 7.
Jeopardy's at 7:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I received a phone call from Colleen Hendricks the other day. She's from the Bureau of Remediation and Waste Management. They're going to be coming to town to do tests for PFAS. The town does not have to do anything to get ready for them. We don't have to do anything for them. They just come in and they will do drilling of holes in their areas that they have selected that's previously had sludge put on it. And they will be doing it sometime next year. I don't have a date, but this is their 3rd level, so they're just finishing up on their 2nd level, so they'll be out and about, and of course, we'll get a better timeline a little bit later, but this is just kind of a heads up. I I really wanna thank everybody for the help on the Thanksgiving baskets. Thank you, Sharon. And the donations that we received. There was a lot of shopping that was done, a lot of packing that was done, and a lot of people that ate a nice Thanksgiving meal from our help. So it's really very much appreciated, from the packing, the buying, to the police officers helping to deliver these. We've received some phone calls, so just thank you.
So don't forget Donald for storing the frozen
And
turkeys.
Donald for storing the frozen turkeys.
Who,
But we did up 30 boxes.
Awesome.
who store the turkeys?
Castangwe Meats.
That's really made a lot of people's day by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you that I had a pretty awesome call yesterday. Somebody called to thank us because their plan, and I haven't even had a chance to tell you, Sharon, their plan for Thanksgiving was boxed macaroni and cheese. They were able to enjoy a very nice Thanksgiving.
Good.
Hmm.
That definitely makes it worth it, I'm sure you.
Sure did.
Tough times, but caring people make it better, so.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that, all of you. That was really good.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It was really good. We have a lot of good things going on in this town. It's very nice.
We
It
do.
really is. I don't know if maybe the average person isn't quite seeing it yet, but it's definitely, there's a lot of little things going on that do not get seen, that weren't there 3-4 years ago, so.
What's that? Oh, the hat and mitten drive, I almost forgot. We delivered those yesterday to the school. They were very surprised at how many we sent up. It was Jay, Livermore, and Livermore Falls all working together to collect these hats and mittens. And there was like 5 boxes delivered to the schools.
Wow.
Well, to the superintendent's office, and they'll distribute them.
Big
Yes.
boxes, yeah.
Yeah, big boxes. So it was a great response. And it's not too late if somebody has more. I'm sure the schools will still need more.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what do? Do they hand them out to the kids just, or do they use them for like
Both.
extras?
Both. There's some kids
You know,
that need them, and we
some
all
kids
know
that
how
forget
kids
them.
lose them, and they go to school with no mittens or no hats, and they need them, so the school will have some on hand.
No excuses, you got mittens, go outside.
Exactly, fresh air is good for you.
Nope.
Awesome. Is that anything else, or,
I don't have anything on my end.
okay,
Next one, yes.
next one?
Once a month. I try to limit my speeches.
So thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us anyway.
Thank you.
Town manager's report.
So, like everybody else, I just kind of wanted to echo the thanks to Santa's elves and the Thanksgiving helpers, you know, and the donations and the generosity of everybody that pitched in. And we couldn't do it without many hands, so thank you for all that. And the tree lighting was just fantastic. And there was some kids there that were just in complete awe. You could see just the absolute joy on their
Mhm.
faces. So it was a great night all around. Thanks to actually the officers that delivered the baskets. So it was nice for people to see them out doing potentially not good stuff instead of potentially bad stuff.
But they were shocked to see me. They're like,
What do you want?
what do you want? I was like, I got delivery for you. And they're like, what do you mean delivery? And I give them a box of food, and they're like, well, what is this? Where'd it come from? And, you know, it's compliments and donations in the city of, or in the town of Livermore Falls. Super appreciative. It was a good thing.
So So the street sweeper has been listed on GovDeals. It actually goes live tomorrow, and bids close on that on the 12th. I put a starting bid of $250. I hope we get 500. So chances are it won't be much more than that. It is a 1987 street sweeper that's mechanically, hydraulically, and the engine, it still runs like a champ, but it's been through 50 main winters, so there's a fair amount of rust on it, but maybe somebody can use it for the parts, I hope. So hopefully we'll get some bids on that. The Cora grant, which is a grant that we took part in with the towns of Jay and Livermore, it was through AvCog, and that was to develop a recreation master plan. That was awarded. So Shiloh, Carrie, Judd, and I have a meeting with AvCog actually on Thursday to talk about next steps with that. And they're currently working on an RFP to hire an engineer to work on that master plan for the 3 towns. So that's exciting, because originally we had been told that we were not awarded, and then we found out a couple weeks ago that they did fund that. So that's good. That's progress, particularly that lines up with a comprehensive plan. I am working on another community resilient partnership grant to replace the windows in this facility. The big windows on the south side of the building are they're tired, and because part of that was I had to go do some digging down in the vault, and I found out that this building was built in 1974, and none of the envelope has been changed or updated since then. So it's time. So hopefully we'll get that and get some more energy efficiency in this building. And then the last grant I'm working on, that'll start as soon as I submit the CRP grant this week, will be the AFG grant for the fire department. As everybody knows, we did not get the funding for the engine that we put in for last year, but the good news is we did make it to the peer review panel for that, which is quite a milestone in itself, so I'm pretty happy about that. They did say that we needed to kind of beef up our numbers and the narrative around that, because it just, not that we want more calls, we don't, but they did say that that's where we were lacking a little bit, so hopefully we'll get that, and I know Nixon is working on getting the quotes for that, so. And then, it's almost Bruce's favorite time of year. We're talking numbers internally, so. And that's it.
Good, thank you. Do we have any public comment? Not seeing any.
I move that we adjourn.
I second that.
All those in favor?